The following lesson is linked to Learning Outcome 4, Language, and Learning Outcome 2, Reading and Viewing, and it addresses the assessment standards that require learners to develop critical language awareness and explain the meaning of a wide range of visual, audio, and multimedia texts. Hi, I'm McFarlane Muleli and welcome to the exciting world of advertising. Most adverts are designed to encourage us to buy products or use services. They may also be shown to promote a company's image and the values that it stands for, or they may be used to advertise an upcoming event. But not all adverts are about selling or promoting goods, services and events. Some adverts are designed with the intention of getting people to think about an important issue or support a worthy cause. Adverts like these are known as public service announcements, and they're the focus of today's lesson. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to distinguish public service announcements from other types of adverts, identify and explain the use of emotion, humor, and irony in advertising. Here is a definition of a public service announcement. A public service announcement is a type of advert that promotes a message of social importance. In other words, a public service announcement, or a PSA, is an advert that serves the public by making people aware of an important social issue. Here is an example of a public service announcement. What issue is it making people aware of, and how would it serve the public?
We all want to learn. But first, we need to eat. Help them eat so they can learn. World Food Programme.
This advert is making people aware that you can't learn if you are hungry and that it is important to feed children properly before school. It also promotes a program that feeds school children. This advert is effective because it plays on our emotions. The visuals of the hungry children eating the rice makes us feel sad that there are children who have to go to school without food. This emotive appeal makes us more likely to pay attention to the advert, and it may encourage us to support the feeding scheme. Using emotional appeals is such an important part of advertising that we asked Humour to tell us more about how emotions are appealed to in advertising.
Adverts appeal to all emotions. There's a wide variety of emotions that one can use. There is a saying in advertising that says, advertising that does not appeal to the emotions of people will have a little chance of working. On the one hand, you could have rational advertising, and by rational advertising we mean you provide the facts. So you appeal to a person's rational behavior to say, these are the benefits, or a good price, or good value for money, and they make a sound decision. However, most advertising use fear appeals, love appeals, maybe humor on occasion. So there's a wide variety of emotional approaches that we use to appeal to the inner being of the target audience.
Public service announcements often target the emotions of the viewer to make their point. When they do this, we say that the advert is emotive. If something is emotive, it means that the words or images stir up emotions in an audience. Now let's have another look at public service announcements to see how it plays on our emotions and what its intention and message are.
She looked up at his confident smile, his dark, handsome looks. His hand reached forth to touch her low. gracias. Delicious, seductive, sexy.
Why is this advert emotive? What is the intention of this advert? What message does this advert send? This advert is emotive because it uses a humorous situation to make us laugh. We're able to imagine what the situation must be like for the learner. The intention of this advert is to promote lifelong learning, and its message is that you can add joy and excitement to your life through learning new things at any age. Appealing to people's emotions and using humor are two ways in which advertisers get you to pay attention to their adverts. Another technique they use is irony. Irony is when the opposite of what you expect to happen in a situation actually occurs. Here's another public service announcement. See if you can work out how the advertisers use irony to promote their message. This advert relies on irony to get its message across. Animals and children both need food and shelter, but it is ironic that while some people see the need to look after animals well, they fail to see the same need for children. There's also another example of irony in the advert. The saying, "It's a dog's life" in English means that life is miserable. This saying is ironic in this advert because it shows us that the dog's life is better than that of a child, which is not what we would expect. In addition to the irony, this advert is also emotive. The visuals of children and the comparison of their lives to those of animals make us feel sorry for them. Here's another example of a public service announcement. See if you can work out what is ironic in this advert.
God's gonna separate the wheat from the tare, didn't he say? God's gonna separate the wheat from the tare, didn't he say? Let them go and he will obey till that great Father's Day. God's gonna separate the wheat from the tare, didn't he say?
This advert is also ironic, but in a slightly different way. When we see the smoke, we expect it to be coming from a cigarette, but instead it is coming from a gun. Here the advertisers are using irony to make the point that smoking kills you and that putting a cigarette in your mouth is just as dangerous as using a gun. Because the image is unexpected and unusual, it catches our attention and gets us to think about the dangers of smoking. All the examples of public service announcements that we have seen in this lesson come from the VOCA campaign. This campaign encourages young filmmakers to use their skills and talents to create adverts that will promote social messages and good causes. Look out for VOCA public service announcements when you are watching TV and see if you can spot examples of emotive appeals and irony. For another chance to analyze an advert, here's today's task. Watch the following public service announcement and answer the following questions. Why is this advert emotive? What is the intention of this advert? What message does this advert send? Explain the use of irony in this advert. Join me again as we analyze some more examples of public service announcements. See you then.